Well, if it isn't the carburetor. G'day gang, how are ya? Been a minute, hasn't it? Hey, with all the EFI and stuff around. This is an old Land Cruiser, a 1988. Right, yeah. It has the smell, you know the smell. It got parked up for a bit, this one. Another farm truck. As you can see, she's been parked up a minute. And we have to get it going, fellas. How lucky is that? And what else is there? Let's have a look down here. I've already pulled the cap off and I pulled the rotor out. And what do we got? Oh yeah, we got some points. So we'll go through the procedures and we will make sure we got spark. I can see here, this is number one. We'll follow that lead, it goes to here. Normally number one would be here. So we might pull the Dizzy up and swing it around to properly locate it. Apparently they put a brand new Dizzy, brand new carburetor. This is going back some time ago. When I say some time, 5 years, so something like that. 5 years it's been sitting around, it just stopped running. So, yeah, I'm going to start by pulling the spark plug out and having a look at that. I'll be back with you in a sec. So I can tell they've been trying to get it going. It has run at some point, it's run rich, but she's got some wetness of something, and when you want to pull that plug out you can smell the foul fuel in it, so that's going to be one thing. At any rate, I'm going to get this up on the top dead centre. We're going to crack it round till we've got some compression coming out of here, and then I'll look down the front there for our mark and see where we are on the ignition. Yeah, so if you have a look down here on these old Toyotas, you can see there's a little line down there on the flywheel. It's very faint to see, but you can see the marker on the crankcase, and you can see there's a little mark on the flywheel. We're a little bit before that top dead centre mark. I've put the distributor close enough to where it's about to crack open. We're going to check for some spark first, and then we'll throw a bit of something up down the throat of her and see what happens. If you have a look down here, I'll put a bit of paper between the points there. That's so they don't ground out, and I can go checking around for activity at the coil. You see that? We've got power at the coil. There's a different tone because the voltage has changed either side. We should also have, get myself ready, should have power down here. Yeah, that means we're going to be live at the points. And to that point we're fine because we know we've got power up to here. All we need now is ground that, and we can check that that's all happening good and that the coil's going to work good by cranking it over and watching for a spark out of there. Let's pull our bit of paper out. You want to crank that over for me? Yeah. Thank you. There you go. We got no spark out of the coil. We had spark at the points and we got no spark at the coil. You know what that means?
Oh yeah.
That means the coil's no good.
Oh yeah.
Or the coil lead is no good. The points discharge. I'll have a look in a minute. We'll check this one for. Yeah, if you've got another lead, we'll put one. So what happens is the points essentially just activate the big coil down here, and then they send the charge through the centre of the distributor cap, and then in correspondence with where that's pointing, it shoots it off to the spark plugs. Well, we've got spark there, we saw that. We should have spark coming out of here unless this coil lead is dud or the coil itself is dud, but you heard us, we got power across both. I haven't checked resistance and stuff, but we'll try a coil lead first.
Just for testing, yeah.
No,
yeah,
I don't know if that one won't.
Yeah, just
But it's not going to go inside the coil, mate. It's got to have an end like that.
Right.
Okay,
right.
so we've got an intermittent spark, poor yellow spark. To me, that intermittent spark means we have no condenser. Well, the condenser is kaput. The condenser is just there. But what I think I'll do is I've got another condenser here, and I'll just piggyback it on there somewhere. I might bolt it on properly. But all I need to do is just piggyback it on there. I can put it on the coil if I wanted to, but I'll piggyback it onto the distributor. Well, we'll try again. Coming and going. Where's the key? Here we go, look. We got spark comes out.
coming.
We got spark, you see?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Far enough.
You see you put that up? Yeah. Here, look, this is how you check when you're on your own, you look for spark. You get some brake clean,
Yeah.
a little bit, turn it over, and you get fire.
Fire.
I'll throw a bit of brake clean at it. So she'll bark. Yeah, she barked. So now we need to make sure we get some fuel coming to it. I'll just have a bit of a look through here. That choke seems to be wound right off there. It's a choke cable. There we go. Yeah, that's what I forgot all about choke cables. Remember choke cables? Remember the old choke cable? Oh, that was a great old thing, wasn't it? Hang your handbag off it, run through it, rich all day. All right, I'm going to feed it some fuel somehow. So as I'm at this carburetor here, I just want to make sure I've got power coming up to these. One will be for the solenoid fuel shut off, and the other one should be for I don't know. Oh, that's probably a loop. Well, we've got power going there, so I'm going to plug it together and listen for the click. I need a couple of hands for that, but I'm going to listen and make sure the solenoid's activating. Listen carefully. A couple of little taps on the mudguard here. And we should have, if I can get a connection going. Oh, I had it going. There we go. We have action. Okay, so we filled up the bowl. We're going to let it run for a bit. We'll just see if we've got any fuel coming out of here before we throw it in the tank. We'll get an idea on what's coming out of her. I'll crank her up and let her idle for a bit, I think. Keep an eye on this. Okay. Oh, something's not happy. Okay, so you heard it start, you heard it stop, you heard it start, you heard it stop. That's our issue there, the ballast. To prove the point, I think I'm just going to undo it and delete it for the minute. And we'll go straight up to the coil with it. Let's put this stuff back on there. was wondering why it wouldn't bloody do what I was supposed to for a minute there. Anyway, I'll come back to you when I've got this all hooked up again. Okay, so now where we are is that we've got it running off the bottle. We've located which of the fuel tanks is actually operating, and it's a bit stinky in the fuel. I can run it off the bottle. I can fill the bowl up full of fuel, but it's not going to run if I fill the bowl on its own. I'm kind of thinking that solenoid might be a problem, but I'll find out in a second. I guess we'll just keep messing about with it. I've got to just confirm with myself that's not the problem, because everything it's doing is it's fuel delivery now. So yeah. So it appears I've got no power going to the solenoid through the wiring there. I've got a little bridge over going over. I shorted him out, and you can hear it's actually operating. So I might have to look into that. But when you look at the wires and stuff, it's everywhere. It's not hard to tell it. It could be anywhere with that problem. But we've made our own little wire. We'll power the solenoid up and see if she runs after that. Yep, after fiddling about with it for a long time. I'm just going to put a kit through the carburetor. It's obviously got a blockage in there somehow. As I say, it's been sitting around for a long time. The needle was stuck, you know, and I'm going to guess it's got a lot of muck in the in one of the jets, in the main jet at least. And we're going to drain the fuel out of that tank that this is running on. So, well, just like what happens with most things of older vintage, parts is hard to come by. But let's have a look here. We'll see what you can see. Yeah, that's the secondary jet. Looks nice and clean, pretty big. We'll have a look at the primary jet. And yeah, no. So we've got a blockage in the primary jet there. Here's another thing. This was all covered in rust. I've just wiped that all off. The rust on it. But look, here's a little check ball. You can see it's a check ball, but on the other side it looks like a bit of cork. This is covered in shit. So looks like tomorrow before I get a gasket kit for it. So that's a little bit something. That was all right. Needle was stuck. I freed that up. We got fuel coming up to the carburetor through the fuel pump. The fuel pump's working. That's a good thing. We drained the fuel out of it. Alright, that came out of it about 5 litres. Sort of resembles my Swiss multivitamins for over 60s. There's the fresh stuff. So we've got that drained out. We now need to get the kit. We can put the things back together, back in there. I'm not going to pull any more apart of it. I don't think I really need to. Give it a good blowout where I can. And this is still a bit of a problem, I believe. But we'll get all this sorted out, and happy days. Anyway, I'll check you later. Have yourselves a good one. Cheers. Well, looks like I've got to wait a little bit longer. They're not available. Nobody's got a kit. Okay. We'll just have to wait it out for now. Have yourselves a good one. Talk to you later.